Artlist.io.
Hey guys, I know I haven't talked to you in a couple of days, but you don't know that, but I know that. Anyways, last thing you seen was Nashville, and that place was lit. We were only there for like 10 hours, if not like maybe like 8 hours or something like that, but it was lit. I'm here in Portland right now. Just dropped off our last load, which was a cigarette load, 40,000 pounds. Crazy. The pay was decent though. This video purpose though is basically about like everybody quitting Schneider. Everybody's quitting Schneider. And I'll talk to you guys more about it later, but everybody's quitting Schneider and I think it's whack as fuck. You got Life of KO, you've got Country or the Country Life, however his name is. They both quit, and they didn't quit because, you know, bad customer service or Schneider, the company is bad. They both quit because there wasn't enough money in the game for them. And honestly, I don't understand it, and rightfully so, because I'm not a solo driver. I never was a solo driver. As a company driver, I wasn't solo. As an owner-op, I'm not solo. I've been doing this with my fiance as a company driver and doing it as an owner-op. So I really don't know what it feels like to not make good money here at Schneider. And that's because of my situation. So, hold on one second. So let me take a quick peek and get back to you. All right, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, man, Life of KO, Country, they both been talking about how they quit Schneider, and they've been doing it all because of the load board. And I'm not attached to that load board. I don't know what that load board looks like. And look at this, my wife just got out of the truck. She don't even know I got back. But let me act like I don't even know her. Yo. So it's the next day now. My phone had died yesterday, so I just didn't finish the video, but still here in Oregon. Today's our last day. Tomorrow we go and pick up our load and take it back to Illinois. And for the past couple months, going on 3 months now, that's really all we've been doing is running from Illinois to Oregon, Oregon to Illinois. And hold on, guys. And we did this last load we did because we couldn't find a load from Illinois back to Oregon. We went from Oregon to Illinois, Illinois to Georgia, and then Georgia to Nashville. Chilled in Nashville, as you can see from the beginning of this video. And then from Nashville, we took a cigarette load up to Washington, and now we're back in Oregon. So now we're going to get back on the same track, hopefully. We're pretty booked out. I think we're going to Illinois. I mean, after we go from Illinois, we're going to Ohio, and then Ohio, we're going up to Washington or Oregon. I'm pretty sure it's Oregon. And then from there, we're going back to Illinois, and then we haven't had ourselves set out yet. So all of next week is pretty much booked up. Go check it out. We're over here making our food, our food prep. Got some bok choy, watermelon, some rotisserie chicken, and that right there is tomato sauce for spaghetti, but I'm not making that today. And then that's pretty much all we got right now. I mean, we have a ton of more food in the fridge and everything for you know, snacking on and making other meals. We got some pho bowls, a whole bunch of pho bowls up there. So we're gonna make some pho with some shrimp in it. So that's gonna be delicious. But yeah, guys, back to what I was saying about Life of KO and Country and all them. Like, I understand they chose to quit Schneider due to the load board. I'm not attached to our load board. I really don't know what's going on over there on their side, but on the team side, oh, you cut yourself? Dang.
I need a little leg now.
All right.
No,
Hold this. Just here. But for us on the team side, guys, like, there's loads everywhere for us. You know, we just choose not to go in certain areas and do certain things. You know, like Texas, like there's always loads going out of Texas, but we never have loads that go out of Texas that go where we need them to go. That's why we stay on our route, because we like the money that we're making here. Yeah, we're making $2,000 less a week than what we could make if we do splurge around, but splurging around doesn't help us out in the way that we want it to help us out, such as if we go from Illinois to here, it's like $4,000, $4,500, $4,700 or whatever. I think this next load is $4,770, and then to get to Oregon, and then we can go from Oregon to Texas, which is $4,000, and we can maybe do one small load after that. That's like, you know, a couple $100 or something like that, make it around $10,000. So we could do that, but like I said, there's no reason to do it because we won't be able to get from Texas to anywhere that we need to go. It'll just be us running around all of America trying to make $10,000 a week, when, you know, making $8,000 a week is perfectly fine for us. So, and we get to chill, relax, and be on our own schedule, you know. So I don't know what else to say to all you solo drivers out there that are wondering if Schneider's the place to come to. I'm not a solo driver, you know, we run together, so I don't know what it's like to be a solo driver besides of what I see on YouTube. And obviously what we see on YouTube is don't come to Schneider, you know, if you're going to be a solo driver. And we're specifically talking about owner ops, because a solo driver as a team, as a company driver may be totally different, because Schneider, I believe Schneider gives their company drivers the first pick of the loads, which is, they won't tell you that in training. They'll tell you that we get the first pick of loads, which is obviously, from a business standpoint of things, it really doesn't make sense that we would get the first pick of the loads when they can easily have a company driver do those high expensive loads for 50 cents a mile, 55 cents a mile, and call it a day with that, you know, versus with us, we got to get paid a minimum amount, you know, which is not really a minimum amount. It's just, they know we're owner ops and we're not working for 50 cents a mile, you know. I've seen 90 cents a mile on the load board before. Of course, I'm never going to take it, but I've seen it. And another thing that's different between us as teams and the solo drivers, or not just us as teams, just us in general, our specific situation, because there's teams out there that are not like us at all either. We own our truck, you know. We don't have a weekly payment, a monthly payment. We don't have that, you know, and we don't have to worry about those expenses. We luckily bought a truck that we don't have that much maintenance on either. You know, we had to buy 2 tires, we had to do 2 PMs, you know, preventative maintenances like the oil change, etc., blah, blah, blah. And we had to do a PM on our APU unit. And all that stuff is just, you know, a couple $100 and you're done, you know. I think our last PM that we had done with Schneider, because Schneider did our last PM, which was way better than going to Love's and stuff like that, because they charged us way less. And then our PM for the APU all came out to like $600. And then right after that, we had to buy a tire that was like 3 something, you know. So all in all, like, the expenses are low, and this is in comparison to you making, you know, $8,000 a week, you know, minus $1,500 for fuel, and minus maybe another $100 a week for food if you spend that much. But yeah, guys, like in comparison to that, you know, bringing home, you know, 6-7 thousand a week or whatever, net is good for us, but for some other people may not be good, you know, especially if there's not enough loads for you to get from point A to point B. And or let me redress that. For people that are solo drivers and they're on the SFI, or the team drivers that are on the SFI, they have a weekly payment and they're probably spending like $1,500 a month. That's different compared to, you know, to us, you know, when we don't have that. So that's why you don't hear us complaining about it. That's why you don't see me posting about, oh, don't come to Schneider, blah, blah, blah. Come to Schneider when you have the right terms to, you know, they have the loads, they're here. You just can't afford to take a lot of the loads if you have these weekly payments and stuff like that, because who wants to take a load for 90 cents a mile, or $1.50 a mile, or maybe even $2 a mile? Who wants to do that if you have all these excess expenses? But the thing is, which is Life of KO knows this, you have to take these loads. Like, this is where the money's at. Regardless, if you don't make money on that, you need to take the loads so that you can at least pay your bills. Or else things are going to stack up on you. You're going to start getting stressed out. You're going to want to switch companies. It's going to cost you $3,000 to switch from Schneider to another company, plus 500, so $3,500. There you go. You're already in a hole more. Plus you still have a weekly payment, $4,500. You know what I'm saying? $5,000. So it's a hassle. I wouldn't want to do it. I would not be an owner op right now. If we both wouldn't be an owner op right now, most likely, if we had a weekly payment. But we were able to put ourselves in the position to purchase, you know, this truck without needing any type of outside financing. And then when it comes towards team drivers, I just feel like our load board never fails. We have loads, you know, they're obviously not the best loads all the time. If you're going around the world trying to you know, see the world, but we've been trucking long enough to where we already seen everything. Now it's time to get that bag, you know what I'm saying? And another thing about solo drivers and team drivers that have the SFI weekly payment is it's not just the weekly payment they have to worry about. They also have to worry about all their home payments and their out, like, who knows if they have extra debt on top of that and stuff like that. So just from outside things. So of course trucking can get difficult, but with that in mind, but if you are a financially smart person and you don't have a lot of debt or have any debt at all, but you have the cash, right now is the perfect time to purchase a truck and get into trucking, as long as, you know, you do it how we did it. But if it's the other way around, then I wouldn't even think twice about getting into trucking right now. It's not the market for it. If you're trying to, you know, have these weekly payments, monthly payments, it's just not the market for it. You know, you trying to purchase a truck is always going to be a Russian roulette with it. You never know if you're going to get the right truck. I got the same truck as Life as KO, and my truck ended up being, you know, not much maintenance at all, but his truck ended up being a ton of maintenance. So in the beginning, I don't think he's dealing with that now, but in the beginning it was a lot of maintenance for him. So, and it was the same truck from the same company. And if you guys are wondering where to buy it from, M&T Truck Sales. So that's where we got it from, M&T Truck Sales. They're great. They'll help you out. They'll work with you. They'll fix a few things on a truck, you know, if needed. And so if you guys want to know that, just I'll put that in the link in the description below, and you go ahead and reach out to them. But I'll talk to you guys later, man. I hope you guys like this short little video. It's kind of short, you know, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, whatever. But I'll talk to you guys later. See you on the next video. Peace.